Okay, and then Waymo isn't sitting still. They've suggested they're heading to more cities, but one wag on X said, "What are they going to do? Have 30 cities with 30 cars?"
Yeah, I look. Don't underestimate Google. They've got a balance sheet. They've got a balance sheet that would make Tesla cry.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
That's true. But it's still going to be hard to find. Where do you get the vehicles anyway? All right, that's
well, it's again. I don't think. Well, you can get the vehicles anywhere, right? I don't think that's a big problem.
oh, but the vehicles have to be ready to be outfitted, and they have to be, I don't. So
No,
you, yeah.
I'm just saying you could throw money at the
I
problem,
see. Okay, okay.
and I think Google has no problem spending money to make sure that it's not to make sure it's a 2 horse race and
Got
not just a winner takes all.
it. Okay, okay. All right.
Which is, I mean, that's what I would do.
Okay. Here's a switch on the subject matter. Over the last 2.5 days, I've had multiple conversations with Brian Wang and Larry Goldberg. All three of us are of the absolute opinion. We don't even think that there's a fraction of a percent of doubt that Tesla is going to build a terafab. They're going to build a solar and a spaced solar gigafactory. So not making ground-based solar, but making space-based solar. And that SpaceX is going to make the satellites to take the AI data centers into space. And of course, then SpaceX is going to launch them and maybe also make a deal with Google because Google says they got to go to space too. And so maybe they'll get some of that business. Now that's kind of an add-on, but the first four pieces, what do you think? We think this is a no-brainer and that it's absolutely going to happen and that Elon has kind of already told us it's going to happen.
None of it's going to happen this decade.
Oh, this decade. Wow. Wow. Google says he wants to be in space in 2028.
No, they won't be.
They won't be. We've already
No.
launched one rocket to take up a space-based satellite, a single chip up into space to test it out.
You'll see. It won't
Okay.
happen.
Well, tell me. Come on now. We need to. Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it will never happen. I don't think it happens anytime soon. I think there's look, we hear these ideas, these big grandiose plans, and we get overly excited on our timelines with it, and these things take a long time. Uh, mind you, a data center in space, I don't think that takes that much time because it's just a logistics
Mhm, mhm.
issue at that point. But yeah, I mean, you can literally just put up you know, uh, a space station, if you will, up there with data centers in there and solar panels. Like that's not that big of a deal. I mean, not saying it's easy, but I'm just saying like it's not like it's a technological issue.
Mhm, mhm.
The Terra factory, big problem, a big challenge, I should say. It's a big challenge. That'll take a long time, I think. Uh, and again, I just don't think any of these things happen that fast. I think they happen really slowly.
A
So,
solar, a solar, what do you call it? Putting together a gigafactory to make space-based solar panels would seem to be something that Tesla has tremendous expertise in. Would not be a competitive environment like land-based solar. They already need them. They put them up on all their satellites, and they're going to be dramatically increasing the number of satellites and the size of the arrays. So it seems like that would be a no-brainer in the short term,
well, I mean,
like as
let's think
fast
about it
as
this
they can
way.
do it.
Let's say it takes at least a year to build the
Right,
factory.
right.
Let's say it takes a year to start production, get all the equipment and all that going. So that's
Mhm.
at least 2 years. We're about to be in 2026. All right. So assuming they start in January. Oh, you agree with me?
I don't
Assuming
know.
they start in January 2026, that means that they would be up and running January of 2028.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, we know they haven't started yet. So I'm just saying, like, it doesn't
Yeah.
seem like it's gonna happen this decade.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so I think so I'm okay with your timeline and would it be a little sooner? Would they maybe start making some of these solar arrays sooner in a smaller facility while they're waiting for the building to be built, like they did with the semi truck? I think as you point out, getting them into space is not a big issue. If Starship, is able to return boosters and whatnot, they don't have to be using their own chips. They can be using NVIDIA chips, putting those up there. So if they put NVIDIA chips until they are the other chips that are going to be made by Samsung, the AI5s and AI6s that'll be made by Samsung or by TSMC. So it may not be all at once altogether, but it would be the directionality.
But can I ask you this?
Sure.
Like, here's my question.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Cooling faster. I mean, right now they're spending, how much
What's
are they
faster?
spending right now on nuclear facilities and nuclear and small nuclear modular, whatever, SMRs. Everybody is in this rush to get the energy up and going, but most of the stuff that they're talking about is next decade. So
No, I get that, but why not you can just literally build a solar farm here on land, build a data center next to it, which would be, and you don't have any of these other challenges, right? Like, we already have plenty of plants to build solar panels.
No, the energy.
Solar panels.
Well, I know, but it's like
That's
you're talking about less efficiency on Earth than in space.
I mean, sure, but where's the efficiency in space? Like, how are you going to get all of that data back down to Earth?
Oh yeah, no, I think that's the easy part. That's microwaves, and I think I don't. I'll ask Brian. I'll ask Brian tomorrow night, but I think that's maybe the easy part is getting them back.
Yeah, I don't know. And then who maintains it up there? What happens when you have to swap out some drives or something goes down? Like, how do you repair it? How do you maintenance it?
You just let it drop in the ocean. You send up another one.
That's not exactly how data centers work.
I'm sorry, burn up in space. It wouldn't drop in the ocetion. It'd be burning up in space. I mean, that's what Tesla does now. They just
No, you would not do
that.
that. No, don't be silly.
Okay.
You would not drop a whole cluster of servers just because you had a drive go out.
No. But this will not be a giant cluster. This will be these will be satellites, probably the size of the satellites that Tesla's going to start putting up with the version, whatever it is, 3, 4, 5, I forget now, but the versions that are going to be that Starship has basically been built for. So these will be, individual satellites. They use laser to communicate with each other. They use microwaves to get the data down to Earth. Listen, I'm not an expert on this. Brian Wang is my guy. And Google is saying that they want to do it, that they are going to do it as well. So when I've got Elon saying it, I got Brian Wang saying it, and then I get Google saying it, then I think they probably have those issues kind of ironed out.
All right, just remember that I'm the one that told you that this isn't going to happen anytime soon, and this will be more and more talk of this because it's fun to talk about, but you're not going to see this anytime soon. You're not even going to see them start to do this anytime soon.
All right. Okay. Let's talk about, and I'm good with that. I wanted somebody to
just remember, like,
I needed to have a foil, All right. So
the future is here. The singularity is coming. Grab your copy today, available now on Amazon in Kindle, print, or Audible. Unlock the future one page at a time. What will you build tomorrow?